coincidence, it's Godzilla Day. Yes, today marks the 68th anniversary of Godzilla's inception in 1954. It also marks the 50th anniversary of Godzilla vs. Gigan, so to celebrate, TOHO has released an official new short film showcasing Final Wars Godzilla in a brutal battle with the original Showa Gigan. The short was streamed via YouTube from an official TOHO livestream to honor the iconic Godzilla series. If you haven't seen it yet, the link will be in the description. The short was directed by Kazuhiro Nakagawa, veteran Godzilla filmmaker who also directed the Godzilla vs. Hedorah short film, Godzilla vs. Evangelion 4D feature, and was assistant director of the legendary Shin Godzilla. So this man is well acquainted with the King of the Monsters. The film uses Godzilla's stunt suit from Final Wars, which is why it might look so familiar for you fans of the tokusatsu films. And the newly made Gigan suit was constructed by Shinichi Wakasa, who also built the Heisei Mechagodzilla, Space Godzilla, and Destroyer suits. And you can just see how much care went into painstakingly recreating this classic design. But let's get into what you're all here for, an analysis of the film itself. This is Godzilla Fest 3 Gigan Attacks. The film starts off from the perspective of a news team summarizing the events of the previous short film, Godzilla vs. Hedorah. We then cut to Tokyo as we see a great shot of Godzilla walking in the background whilst the news team discuss the carnage. This is what was missing from the previous short, human interaction, which gives the monsters a sense of scale, something for us to look up at. But suddenly, with a blue electrically charged flash, Gigan appears out of the sky and blasts the camera with his laser, before the title card appears, which translates to the title Godzilla Fest 3 Gigan Attacks, accompanied by the eargasmic classic Godzilla theme. Gigan glides down from the sky and crashes into the ground, sparks and smoke flying into the air. The smoke really makes Gigan look terrifying and mysterious. The news reporters, in a panic, report that the new monster has appeared out of the sky before Gigan lets out his intimidation roar. But Godzilla isn't fazed, he's ready to take on a new challenger. And it was at this moment that I noticed the sound design is really good. Godzilla's growl here makes him feel more animalistic and truly threatening. And there's our money shot. Just look at that! The lit up city, the monsters towering over the skyscrapers. The production value has noticeably increased compared to the previous short film. Godzilla charges up his atomic breath, preparing to fry the alien cyborg chicken, but Gigan blocks the attack with his scythes, and responds by firing his laser back at Godzilla, which scorches the King of the Monsters' chest, knocking him off balance. Interestingly, this is the first time we're seeing Showa Gigan use his laser, since that's an ability he didn't have until Final Wars. And just listen to that sound effect. So good! Godzilla roars in pain and decides to engage Gigan in close combat to avoid his deadly laser. But he finds that Gigan is also proficient in close quarters, and he slashes Godzilla's face, leaving him with a nasty scar. Godzilla checks on his face and gets angry because that was his good side. The King of the Monsters has now learnt Gigan's tactics and proceeds to dodge all the oncoming attacks. In the chaos, Gigan slices a radio tower in half, and props to the effects team because they really managed to make this look heavy. Godzilla continues to dodge Gigan's attacks and proceeds to grab his sides and push the cyborg into surrounding buildings, leading to huge explosions that shake the very ground beneath their feet. Gigan manages to spin Godzilla round, almost like they're dancing. It's almost beautiful in a horrifying, destructive way, and we get this shot, which is one of my favorite shots in the film. I love these scenes where it's almost like a peek at our normal lives with a window looking through at this chaotic kaiju destruction. They were my favorite shots in the Monsterverse, and it's just as good here as it is there. I don't even want to think about how long this must have taken them. The filmmakers are truly magicians since they were able to pull this off all in camera. No VFX needed. Godzilla proceeds to full-on punch Gigan in the face because at this point he's just sick of his nonsense. A disorientated Gigan tries to strike back by firing his laser, but soon realizes he's lost his mojo as it malfunctions due to Godzilla's attack. Gigan panics, as Godzilla looks pretty full of himself right now. They charge at each other, and Gigan activates his chest buzzsaw, which brutally carves right into Godzilla's chest, leaving behind an enormous wound. Godzilla, in pain, screams aloud and collapses through a building and lays on the ground out of shock. Gigan takes the opportunity to sneak up on Godzilla, sharpening his blades, preparing to deal the finishing blow against the incapacitated king of the monsters. He raises his scythes and swings them down, but Godzilla grabs onto Gigan's arms, stopping the attack in its tracks. Gigan is bewildered as Godzilla quickly recovers from his attack and rises up, their silhouettes standing out amongst the orange sky, illuminated as Tokyo burns. Now, this is my favorite shot. It's just art.
It's not bad.
Godzilla, with Gigan's claws in hand, charges up his atomic breath and fires a devastating blow at Gigan's head. And the defenseless Gigan falls back and explodes in a stunning display of pyrotechnics that almost imitates a nuclear bomb, showcasing Godzilla's immense power. Godzilla looks upon the destruction and lets out a victory roar over the flattened city. As Gigan's ashes fall out of the sky, he remains the king of all monsters. That's Godzilla Fest 3 Gigan Attacks, and wow, that was amazing. I love seeing Toho embrace tokusatsu, which is the art of using a man in a suit to represent the giant monsters. So much hard work went into crafting the cities, the suits, the lighting and VFX. The team honestly deserves a round of applause. It's sad that the chances are that these short films will be the only way to see new media involving Godzilla as a man in a suit. And with the announcement of a new full Toho Godzilla film coming in 2023 that will likely use CGI for the monsters just like Shin Godzilla, short films like these can't be appreciated enough. I hope Toho can keep these events coming because it's a great way to bring the community together for their love of everything Godzilla. And you can tell these short films are made with love for such an iconic and long-lasting franchise with fans of all ages from every corner of the world. As of this time of recording, Toho hasn't uploaded a public version of the short film for audiences to view, but check the description because if they finally release it, we'll paste the link there. There's tons more stuff yet to be covered, so be sure to subscribe and stomp the notification button to become a resident of DangerVille today. If you enjoyed today's breakdown, then leave a like because it helps this video reach even more fans. What was your favourite part of the short? Let us know in the comment section down below. I've been Alistair, and remember, this is Godzilla's world, we just live in it.